Nigerian international crook James Ibori to forfeit fresh 100 billion naira to UK or risk another 10 years jail in the UK. And these are the kind of people frolicking with Tinubu. These are the kind of people seeking fresh relevance in politics in Nigeria. Okay, the same Ibori that was discharged and acquitted by Nigerian court in his time after his governorship tenure in Delta State, okay, was arraigned for money laundering charges and several other offenses in UK. Himself, his wife, and take his lawyer also, or somebody close to them, were all arraigned and were sent to jail in the UK. Now, after serving the jail term, he came back to Nigeria and has been the cooler since he came back to Nigeria. But immediately Tinubu came back to power, Ibori came up again. And now, this is the kind of person Tinubu is trying to make relevant again in Nigerian politics. Because it can only happen with Tinubu because of the caliber of person Tinubu is. Okay? And now that forming friendship of governors that were in office as at 1999 that Tinubu himself was governor, trying to form a union or a reunion. Okay, now another issue is coming up on Ibori's neck again. Okay, now UK has called him fresh for forfeiture of almost $120 million or so to the UK government or risk another 10 years of jail. This is serious. Okay. So, because this Tinubu government is government of crooks, government that is trying to reinstate crooks back in power. The United Kingdom authorities have reportedly launched proceedings to seize more than 100 million pounds from former Delta State Governor James Ibori, indicted for money laundering. Can you imagine? According to Reuters, Jonathan Keener, the state senior prosecutor, told the court on Thursday that the total amount of money that should be confiscated from Mr. Ibori was £101.5 million. The lawyer further informed the court that Mr. Ibori's risk facing a fresh 5 to 10 years prison sentence should he fail to pay the money. The international news organization reports that a judge of Southwark Crown Court, David Tomlinson, has made factual findings about the funds and is anticipated to make a formal order on Friday, which must have happened yesterday or shortly thereafter. The judge's decision will end over 10 years of legal wrangling over the attempt to seize the asset. This comes 7 years after the former governor returned to Nigeria upon serving a prison sentence for money laundering in the UK. Mr. Ibori, 63, had since maintained a low profile since his release from prison in the UK, focusing his political efforts solely on the oil-rich state of Delta until he made a public appearance after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu, who hosted him twice at the presidential villa in Abuja, along with other former governors. In 2011, Mr. Ibori was extradited from Dubai to London and charged with laundering a corruptly obtained fortune. He pled guilty to 10 counts of fraud and money laundering in 2012 and received a 13-year prison sentence, which Britain hailed as a watershed event in the fight against corruption. The British authorities, on the other hand, have promised to restore any money collected from Ibori to Nigeria. It recovered £4.2 million confiscated from Mr. Ibori's ex-wife and sister, who were also sent to prison for assisting him in money laundering in 2001. Can you imagine? So what is happening now is that apart from the initial jail term that Ibori served in the UK, another one is building up for him now. A whopping £101.5 million. Okay, they have been tracking Ibori on this money, and now it is time to collect the money from him. And they are saying that if he fails to pay the money, or if he fails to allow them have access to the money and forfeit it, then he's going to risk another 5 to 10 years jail term again in the UK. And this is the same person that Tinubu is already welcoming in Aso Rock. Okay, so Nigeria is now a country of corrupt people. It's no longer corrupt leaders. Now, with the kind of leaders we have, the international community will be looking at Nigerians anywhere they go as corrupt people. Except you as an individual Nigerian is able to maintain good integrity and good record for yourself, then you'll be treated as a person and not as a Nigerian. It's quite unfortunate that Nigeria is in a state where nobody can be trusted, system can no longer work normal, everyone in power is stealing, busy stealing. Right from that 1999 that we returned to democracy again with Obasanjo as the president, okay, almost several governors in that Obasanjo tenure went to jail. Okay, after their 8 years, Ibori would have gone to jail in Nigeria if not for the fake judiciary that we have. He bought over the judiciary and they discharged him free and acquitted. And Ibori came out, somebody came out to say he was an Anefe Ibori that was indicted some years ago and not this James Ibori because of money. The same way MC Olomo brought Yachokode to come and say he was the person he was talking to. Can you imagine? So, Ibori now, after his jail term, is now going to face another wahala. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, it's already aligning with Tinubu, and all of them that stole Nigeria Dry from 1999 are now reuniting at Aso Rock on how to continue their relationship and continue to loot Nigeria Dry. Like I was saying, in that 1999 government, we saw James Ibori went to jail in the UK. We saw Lucky Benedict of Edo State was indicted and had an option of fine, so he paid the fine. Okay, we saw Joshua Dari of Plateau State went to jail. He was even doing that same Obasanjo time that Bode George was sent to jail. Former IGP of police was sent to jail. Aleme Siya was sent to jail. So I think to a large extent, Obasanjo's government taught some people lesson, but even at that, some people also still went scot-free. And Ibori, having used so much money, he stole, he bought his way through Nigerian judiciary, was caught up by the UK net. Now another one is smelling around him again. He's used to jail, so it's not news again to him. Quite unfortunate for Ibori this time around, and I just hope that he will agree to pay that money. If not, he will be preparing for another jail term. Okay, Nigeria, I know he has the money because they stole a lot. They stole a lot. They stole a lot. And this is the kind of country we are in. No wonder things cannot work well. So that is what is coming from the UK, ready to pick up Ibori again for another jail term. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.